We saw mental health. Now, how to optimize the mental health is dealt by mental wellness. So, how to improvise our mental health or yoga, Ashtanga Yoga gives us two methods to achieve that wellness. Pratyahara and Dharana helps us achieve mental wellness in a more holistic way. So we saw mental health and wellness goes hand in hand. So how we handle stress shows our character and hence our life management. Okay, so we saw mental wellness is essential part of our health equation. So also saw that Maslow's hierarchy talks about esteem and actualization and self-health, mental health as a primary thing on the top. Let's see how we get that mental health going. But how to improvise or get in control of that is a strategy. That's where our yoga comes into picture. We want to classify, before dwelling on how yoga sees it, we want to classify on a higher note, on an overview level, that how mental wellness can be improvised. There are two options which improves our wellness: adding on healthy habits and removing any addictions if there is any. Identifying them first is the major one. Then relearning new habits. We need good habits. Some habits may be outdated or needs to be unlearned. Okay, then how to get this, accomplish this, we need to be aware of those habits first. Then the ability to focus on healthy things that improvise our mental wellness. So this right hand and the left hand components help us build mental wellness. Looking at it at a more precise way, it is like this: we need to master our habits, we need to raise our awareness, we need to improve our focus. This is the whole agenda behind mental wellness. How are we going to master our habits or raise our awareness or improve our focus? Let's ask Ashtanga Yoga to take us forward there. Well-known facts like we habitually fall into certain patterns and routines. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. We are not really aware of those facts that are driving our choices and actions. That is the most sad part. We know we are getting into hard things, we know we cannot get out of it, but we are not aware when we are getting into it and how we have to get out of it. That's when Pratyahara, the main limb of yoga, helps us out. Pratyahara is for anyone who wants to build better habits but can't stick to them. We know we can practice a habit, but we cannot maintain that habit or practice that forever or make it a unconscious effort. Just to start with, there is a simple way of getting started on Pratyahara. Pratyahara means Prati Ahara. That means not feeding the habits or our senses or our wants, etc. But the whole idea is unlearning it or breaking the habits to relearn new ones is the idea. The ability to unlearn our habits is not so easy. We will start unlearning and relearning new habits to get in control our habits. If we want to get in master of our habits, we need to plan on a art of learning and unlearning habits. Here we start on a step 1 initiative. Okay, we'll start on practicing Pratyahara in a mini steps. Step 1 is a very, very, very trivial one. How we need to get out of some of our addictive habits here. Okay. Step 1, we will say turn off. So, for a few hours in a day, let's turn off Facebook, email, any messages from Messenger, Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, whatever. So we'll turn off and see how that extra time helps us introspect. Stop. Just put a stop for a few hours on our prime time, that is for when in spending on television watching, cell phone games, etc., for a week or so or for a month, and see how much we are in control and not the gadgets are taking control of us. Walk, yes, take a break from work frequently. Don't stare at the computer. Take a frequent break and go for a break, a small walk, quite often. These are all the many steps in Pratyahara, and that way we withdraw from our some normal habits, routines or whatever, and we can progress in our mental wellness. Without being aware, how do we can bring habits under our control? So we need to raise our awareness. It's very easy to say, hey, raise your awareness. How do we raise our awareness? How can you change unhealthy habits if you are not aware of them in the first place? So that is the challenge at hand. So we have to be aware first, then devise a strategy to weed out. So that's when dharana comes into help. What is dharana? It is the art of developing deep awareness and the needed focus. That ability or art is otherwise called dharana. Okay, so let's get into the focus and be aware of things around. That is the whole idea. Okay, to just give you an illustration of what is awareness, here I want to bring a small story here. There was a watchman who used to take care of a Taj Mahal. He goes inside and outside many times and takes care of the monument. One day, the visitor asked, can you draw, since the Taj Mahal was closed or yet to open, can you draw how the roof of the Taj Mahal looks like? What are all the things? Watchman was not aware, he cannot recollect how the roof looked like. He was so involved in his job of guarding, and even though he is looking at the roof and the walls and the people around, his intent was only to watch, take care. He never was, he was not aware of what are the architecture inside the roof. He was not able to recollect. Then, that is the beautiful example. He noticed to himself, okay, what is called awareness. Even though you are looking at it, even though you are daily treading home the staircase, you won't be aware how many steps are there, or what is wrong with what the staircase is made of, etc. Likewise, we are not aware. We may be doing it as a routine or as a pattern on a day-to-day basis, and we may not be aware of what's going around. So nothing happens before awareness. First we need to be aware of the issues around us, or we have to raise our awareness to know where we are, what we are going through. That's dharana. How to take charge of that. If you aren't aware of your decisions, then you can't do anything to improve them, no matter how smart you are. In the sense, you want to make a change, you want to make a decision about yourself or others. First you have to be aware of the pros and cons, healthy and unhealthy, and where you are before making a call. Then start on a change. After deciding what is good and bad, or being aware of where you are and what are the healthy directions to take, you can take a small challenge to measure in your life for the next week. Let's take the challenge today. Find out what you want to change. First know what you are, create an awareness about yourself, what you want to become or what you are having, you want to get rid of. Then create a change. That's your challenge. That's your main challenge. It's all about paying attention, says Dean Covey. He was the man who devised the mouse for us. Okay? Pick something that is important to you and make an effort to be more aware of the things that drive your decision and actions. Take up some trivial task today. Maybe today walking to your work, or maybe when your evening hours, something like that. Take one job or something important and become aware of it, then introduce a change. You don't have to judge yourself saying whether you are good or bad, you are healthy or not, you can do it or not. Okay? Do as much you can, as good as you want it to be. Okay? Just one thing that's important to you and measure it. Take stock of it. Beware of it. Okay? Don't worry about changing your whole life because of that. Just go for it. Maybe every evening you will be watching a television. Maybe, hey, let's put a stop to it and go for a walk. Okay? That kind of initiative brings a renaissance in your lifestyle. Your awareness and your habits go hand in hand. Dharana and pratyahara goes hand in hand. So the simple act of noticing what you do is the first step of improving how you do it. So noticing and doing are closely related. If you recognize how you are spending your time, then the next step will often reveal itself. So you don't have to plan ahead of 10 steps. Take the first initiative towards a goal. You will see the path revealing itself to you. Okay? Yes? More videos on how yoga and Patanjali directs us on this path of pratyahara and dharana coming up in the next few videos. Okay? Please catch up and subscribe.